We've had a bunch of questions that kind of come up from time to time about how we stay connected as a couple through having 1 kid, 2 kid, and now 3 kids with our busy lives.
It's
We don't have
art,
any
not a
magic.
science.
Yeah, we don't have any magic, but we thought we'd sit down this week, kind of in live vlog almost. Like we don't have anything scripted here, just to share what we're doing, what's worked well, some of our struggles along the way, and just so that we can be here and share that with you today.
Yes. If this is your first time meeting us, I'm Sarah. I'm a board-certified OBGYN, mom to 3.
Yeah, number 3 here.
Number 3.
Having a snack.
Yep.
I'm Kurt. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and we are the Doctors Bjorkman. Hey, so welcome back. As we said, this week is all about our relationship.
Finding connection with your partner while going through the trenches of parenthood and babies and toddlers and...
Yeah. So just like our story, we've been married now for over 12 years.
Wow.
Feels like an eternity. So I love it. That's my favorite joke.
Yes.
But like we've been doing this for a while. We had been married 9 years before we had our first. Was it 9?
Yeah,
8 years at least.
Yeah.
We now have 3 kiddos. We've got a 4, a 2, and a almost half-year-old kiddo. How are we doing this? Because we aren't perfect. We definitely aren't relationship advice givers.
Indeed not. No, we
but
like each other and our kids.
Yeah. And it hasn't always been perfect, but just so some of this is like, hey, what are we doing? And also just so that you can know, like, hey, maybe here's some things that might help you, or like some things that haven't gone well for us that you could learn from too.
Yes.
What do we do well?
I think things that are really important is communication.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Can we help each other? What needs to be done?
Yes. Because like this, it's amazing how even like reflecting on life before kids, it felt like you had so much free time. Like you didn't realize it, but like, hey, like we're gonna come home, we're gonna leisurely make dinner, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna hang out. And now it feels like,
oh, Saturday you're gonna watch 7 episodes of whatever show you're binging.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you gotta get up and let the dog out, but just
we're
like...
binging Paw Patrol. I think it's just different in terms of like the life is just more demanding because you have to use your time so much more efficiently in terms of like, hey, spending time with your kids, like you're cooking for more people, you're trying to like help everyone eat, there's more to clean up, there's more laundry, there's a bedtime to do, and so there's just so many more tasks. And so I think, as Sarah said, communication, I think it's both twofold, like, hey, both people have to be involved in helping. It's so easy to feel resentment.
Shout out to the single parents out there.
I don't know how.
I don't know how. You're amazing.
Because like even with 2, there's days where it's so hard, and there's like it's so easy to feel resentment sometimes to be like, hey, like I've cooked, I'm cleaned up, I'm like washing the kids for bath, like what have you done tonight?
Right.
And
I just sat there and snuggled and fed the baby.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10 or even more than that, like the other person's just doing things that you're not seeing, and so sometimes it's just like, hey, like I'm gonna communicate my feelings so that like then we can call out the truth and falsities in that too. Like, oh, like actually I am doing a ton of things. Like here's what I'm working on, and here's how it's helpful for the family. Right. Or even like maybe it helps you reorient your priorities because maybe the thing you're doing isn't the best for the family at the time, and there's some more important things you didn't realize. Like, is this the best time to mow the lawn? Maybe not. It can get an extra day longer, which...
It's fine to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, which is sometimes tough to be. What do you think?
Or like, hey, maybe you don't need to be ordering that thing I asked you to order on Amazon right at this moment.
Yes.
Right. That was me the other day.
Yeah. Like, hey, we need one of these. And you're like, okay, I'll order it. And it's like, every kid is losing it.
Yep.
So like, everyone's got to help out, talk through things. What do you think? I know like some people have talked about like, hey, like having individual hobbies. What do you think about personal time? Is that something like, how do you feel about that?
I don't know.
I think it's probably different for everyone.
I think it's different for everyone. Like I think even, just like in relationships in life, there's the opposites attract crowd who like have a partner who like likes different things than them and does different things, and that was never us. We were more like, hey, we're the same. We have the same hobbies. We think about things a lot the same way, and so yeah. I think I want other boob in a minute, but I'll have to switch my mic. Oh, hey.
We just got these new like sleepies for him.
Yeah.
What are these? Are Simple Seed?
Simple Seed.
They've got no zipper. This is like like we're not sponsored, no affiliate, but like
no,
they're great.
He was
so
getting
soft.
like a little rash from its zipper. He's the most sensitive skinned of the three, and I needed to find something that didn't. Hi, ladybug. Hi, that didn't have a zipper, and these have been awesome.
Simple seat,
Forget the two-way zipper; just have no zipper at all. You just
I will say the ones with shorts are way easier to put on.
They have like short sleeves, shorty, little
the
shorty
like
rompers.
long pants are they're easy for her. They're tricky for Dad to put on.
These legs are too long for sleep. I said.
Anyway, so you're talking like this. If you're a do the same thing kind of people, like honestly, like us sharing our lives and doing YouTube with you all has been like actually like really helpful because it's like a task that we do together. We both have really busy jobs, like that easily take up 60 hours a week, and then
sometimes finding time to shoot a YouTube episode is impossible.
Yeah, and so like doing these things, like, even like having shared tasks that like bring us back together is really helpful.
I think sometimes. Like just one-on-one time is hard. Many or most nights we have toddlers in bed with us. We go to bed early with the kids, and so a couple nights a week we try to get up out of bed at 9:30 or 10 o'clock after the kids have fallen asleep to just talk, eat ice cream, work on a YouTube episode, occasionally watch a show, something normal, adultish.
It's so parenting just one for us was like very much like, hey, we're gonna come together, we're caring for the same kiddo, we're like sharing. Once we've added number 2 and number 3, sometimes it's so isolating. Like you go from like doing everything together to like doing like always being divided to conquer.
Right. I felt like we've come back together with the 3 a little more.
I think so, yes. And some of that like is number 3 is like there's like the bigger ones are playing together a little bit more. Sometimes the youngest is just
them.
Yes. But there's definitely some seasons where you just like even now, like, hey, we haven't talked all week.
Right.
Like, and so like, last night we were up in the middle of the night and have like oftentimes we have conversations 10 to midnight or like 2 to 4 a.m. just weird hours. Where, like, hey, like we're giving up sleep. Which is sometimes hard to do because sleep is so valuable and so important for your health and longevity. But like
the thing I think about the third kid though is that you've run the race before, you've run this route, and so it is a season and an end is coming, and you know a little more what to expect and how to give and take in some of those ways, and that hey, we're gonna try to line up everybody's nap time for 1 to 3 o'clock on the weekend so that we get 2 hours to ourselves.
Yeah, like honestly, even like making nap time, like, hey, like when do you have time for each other? Like honestly, like nap time. Like nap time is us time. Like the kids, like if we like work really hard so that they all take a nap in the afternoon at the same time. So like we have an hour together, like pretty routinely, at least one weekend day a week. That like, hey, like we just get to come together to connect, like whatever we need to do, even if it's just like spending time hanging out,
take a nap, whatever.
Yeah.
We call each other on our drives to work. Like if we're heading to work around the same time, we use that time in the car to just talk, where you don't have a kid in the car and you can actually have a conversation. Kurt orders all of our groceries. Like we don't.
We gave up grocery shopping a lot of that.
Which has been tough for the produce.
The produce is good, actually.
Okay.
I find like when like for our meat, I like will still like run in and like like grabbing like, hey, like I really want to make sure we've got like a nice steak, or like I want to make sure the blueberries are nice and fresh, or I don't want like wilty grapes. Like hey, I'm gonna like go shop for 3 things instead of for 40 things, and ordering a vast majority of that for like pickup or delivery even has like made a big difference in saving an hour a week.
Yeah. Our house is tidy, not super clean. Like.
Yes.
It's
everything gets tidied. That is like resetting, like putting the
Mm-hmm.
house to sleep at night. Like everything is clean and tidy before we go to bed. Like the counters are wiped down, everything's put away. Getting the kids involved with that as they're able to some nights, or some nights it's like
Cecil put the soap in the dishwasher and.
Yeah, or some nights it's like, hey, one of us takes the kids while the other one has time to like put all the things together.
I'm gonna vacuum in peace.
Because then like you start the next day with all the dishes are clean, like like I'm gonna unload the dishwasher the first thing when I get up in the morning. But doing those things and just little things like that to like try to keep things orderly, because when it's not orderly, like the chaos of the house definitely like adds to anxiety for both of us, I think. And some of that's our personalities, and some of it is just like if you're living in a chaotic house, it's not orderly. It's tough. What do you think, Hank? Hank doesn't help clean yet. He's just a mess maker, but he's very fun.
It is. I think remembering if you have a partner that, hey, they're your teammate, and you both are doing this because you love each other so much, and that you like each other so much you want to have a baby, and now you do, and it's one of the most tremendously stressful, challenging things you're going to do together. But if you just approach it from like, hey, we're
it's
on
the
a
hardest
team.
thing you'll ever love. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
totally. It is the hardest
you
thing.
said something, you talked about like having run the race before, and even like, and I said this in one of our vlogs recently too, like the heart is going to change. Like you're going to have hard seasons and the heart is going to change, but the joy grows. Like this kid, like, we're not doing middle of the night wake ups anymore, and now we have a happy, almost 6-month-old. Like things are going great.
Yes. I mean, we're just,
He's adding lots of background noise to this week's episode, so please forgive us.
Yes.
But it's fun. Like you're doing this for a reason, right? And even like I was having
This is also the greatest work you will ever do.
Yeah.
This is the greatest work you will ever do, and we love our jobs, but this is our greatest thing.
Yeah, and when you're in those moments, like it was like almost like just what I needed. I was having a rough week at work, and like the kids were like being crazy, and I'm gonna break. And like my like phone made some little reel of like all the kids like running around, like pictures from the last 6 months, and put it together. I'm like, oh, like this is what we're doing it for. And so finding those little things, those like mantra, some of it's just like telling yourself like, hey, like the most optimistic message, like, hey, it's gonna get better. Hey, this, like, we're here for the love, and like all of these little things like really help you as a person. But then like when you're struggling, also like tell your partner. I can't tell you how often like I will meet families who are struggling. Their kids got chronic illness and they're going through just the challenges of parenthood.
Right.
And like sometimes our clinic visits are like, hey, like how are you guys doing as a couple? Like have you checked in with each other? Because you can see they're stressed. And like in those moments, like, oh, like we need to change up who's doing the night routine. And maybe someone needs a night off. Maybe someone needs a week off of like, hey, I'm gonna do all the midnight wake ups. I'm gonna do every diaper change this week, or vice versa.
Also understanding what your partner, what fills their cup. I think that's different. Like, what is their love language? How do you make them feel loved and helped? And that's a communication thing. That's just like, I could say, oh, Kurt, like, do you want to go golf for an afternoon? Like, he doesn't golf. So like that wouldn't bring him joy. That isn't his thing that would fill his cup. Maybe a little.
Peace and
Well,
fresh air.
it's amazing what like a couple hours of fresh air and just like time to think.
But finding those things, right? And so like even like once a month we try to like give each other like a chance to like go out and do things. Whether it's like she's gonna go get like apps and drinks with her nurses after work, or some social event.
But also, I would say, we are not big like prioritizers of friend outside our family time, and I think that's okay if that is what brings you joy. Going to a happy hour with your girlfriends once a month is like your thing that brings you joy. Work to make that your goal, because that's important to fill your cup. We are in this season of our little family, and that is what we do with our free time, and that brings us joy.
And sometimes it's like just making sure that like we go for a walk as a family at night. Like I can't tell you, like sometimes
Get
you
outside.
like we just need that reset, and like watching the kids run through the field out back, or like whatever it may be. And so, man, I don't know that we've shared any great wisdom other than like it's hard.
Yeah.
Like talk to your person, like just work hard. Like be like, hey, like I want to like
work hard.
I want to do all the things for the team that I can.
Yep.
And then when you feel resentful, talk about it. And then like try to find things that make life a little easier. If it's ordering groceries,
if it's
if
meal planning, because that's been chaos for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes little organizational things really keep the thing, that little energy you spend on the front end of, hey, this is dinner Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
It just saves you the mental energy of like, what are we having for dinner tonight? Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe we should do a cooking show. Everything I cook takes about 20 minutes to prep, and so like super quick dinners. Like, hey, like we're gonna do scrambled eggs for dinner tonight.
And everything we cook for dinner, he says, I want a tomato sandwich.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Bowie wants noodles.
So hey, so hopefully, I don't know if this has been helpful. If it has, great. We're here. We're living life.
Yeah. What are your tricks? I mean, I think something that we're thankful for with this community that's been created here is some of the wonderful discussions and suggestions in the threads. So, parents, if you guys have tips for connecting with your partner, staying sane, share them below. We'd love to see it.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Nips on the screen.
hungry.
What's he doing?
He's
hungry.
He's getting hosed.
He had a long nap.
Very.
He had
Yes.
a long nap. Getting hosed in a good way. Fountain of milk.
Yes.